Lime. Duh. Everybody, we have a special returning guest to the Cow Podcast this week. I'm very excited to speak to her. She's my friend. She's a confidant, I would say. You can catch her right now on Nailed It on Netflix and Wipeout. Start with the one, the only 16-time champion, John Cena. Hold on. Give some respect to John Cena before I introduce you. Okay. Okay. Nicole Byer back in studio.
Wait, what is that? What is that song?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Nicole? You work with John Cena. You don't
Oh,
know
is that his entrance music?
You don't know John Cena's not even
Well, okay, listen. I did research. I read his Wikipedia, but I guess I didn't really read about the wrestling part, other like what he does during the wrestling. Like I learned talking to him that he had a whole rap album that like went platinum, and then people kept saying, "I can't see you," and he'd be like, "Ha ha ha ha," and I was like, "John, I'm so sorry. I feel like I should know this, but why can't the people see you?" And then he was like, "I don't know."
Wait. What? I got to take a step back. So you said to John Cena, "Oh wow, this is already good. I love you, Nicole Byer." Okay. You went up to John Cena and you were like, "Why can't people see you?"
Yes,
just said that.
Because the contestants kept going, "I can't see you."
I think you texted me one time and you were like, "Why can't people see him?" What is that?
And then you were like, "It's a wrestling move." And then I promptly forgot about it because I had dislocated my ankle at the time and was like working sober during the day because I was like, I can't be on painkillers and like on camera and then taking painkillers at night to try to sleep because I was in so much pain. I just like forgot shit. So then I was like, "Oh, I'll just ask him." And he was like, "I don't know, Nicole." And then finally he was like, "It's a wrestling move. It's my finishing move. I would move my hand across my face and say, you can't see me," and then slam on them.
That's what he sounds like to you, John Cena?
Nicole? Nicole, don't play games with men. What you need to do is tell a man how you feel. That's something he said to me.
Yeah, John Cena is known for being like very robotic, right? He's like very like
but once you like get him in a conversation, he's not robotic. No, I think it's like a presentation. I don't know. He's really great. He's really funny.
He's he's a really talented guy. I hope you understand the level of talent that you get to work with him.
I do. It's wild. A lot of times people are like, "You're co-hosting with John Cena." I'm like, John Cena hosts this, and I'm here for tee-hee-hees and ha-ha-has.
Wait. Okay. So you said to him, when you said, "Oh God, there's so much to say already, Nicole." So you said to John Cena, you were like, "Why can't people see you?" And then he was like, "Well, it's a wrestling move, Nicole. I wave my hand on my face." The way you said it, he was kind of like embarrassed to describe it to you, or did he describe it to you with tremendous pride of like, "Here's what I do," or is it more in the middle?
It was the middle. It was just like he was factually telling me something.
Right. It's very matter of fact with John Cena. Right.
Yeah. He also said this. Yeah. So a contestant said, "Nailed it." And I said, "That's a different show. We got to keep it. This is Wipeout." And then afterwards I was like, "Oh boy, I guess I'm just going to hear Nailed It till I die." And he said, "Does that bother you?" I was like, "It's kind of annoying." And he said, "Nicole, that's just people letting you know that they like your work."
Oh, God.
And I was like, "Oh, I guess so." And he's like, "That's what they know you from. They don't know anything else about you. So they're saying what they know about you." A guy on the crew sang one of his rap songs to him. And he was like, "Oh, I can't believe that still brings people joy." And I was like, "Oh my God, I got to live my life more like John Cena," where I'm just like, "Yes, you nailed it at me because that's the only thing you know."
Right.
So now I don't mind. So John Cena, truly, just helping me with life.
So, well, I've always, we talk about this on the podcast a lot, but like, I always teach people life lessons through wrestling. I'm like, and especially it applies to Hollywood. And like John Cena, when he says somebody as a wrestler, when he sees somebody scream "nailed it" at you, to him, that's just heat. Like, he's just like, that means you're working. You know what I mean? Like, that means that you're connecting with the people and then they care. Whereas like where we come from, because I remember there's a bunch of actors and people we come up with through UCB who've been known for something and they like hate it because they're like, I don't want to be pigeonholed for that. We know people have turned down like huge commercial ad campaigns and stuff because they're like, I'm getting pigeonholed as the blank guy. Yeah. And wrestlers are like dying to be the blank guy. That's the goal.
Because it's like, we know, like, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Like, you know it. Or you can't see. I mean, I didn't know it at the time, but like people know it. So it is like this branding thing. Right. But then it is also, like you said, a connection with the audience. It is a connection. Like when the people were so excited to talk to John, it was like, oh, yeah, they feel connected. But like this is their moment to have a moment that like is theirs with him. It was really fun to see because he's huge. He's very famous. So it was very fun to see how he operates. And honestly, very humble. And I asked him, I was like, have you ever worked with like a diva or like an asshole? And he was like, no, everyone is very kind to me. And I was like, wow, everyone is kind to John. Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, John's like a nice white man. Like, who's going to be mean to him? And he's huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, God, I have questions about that as well. But like, yeah, I mean, fun fact about John Cena, because it seems like you Wikipedia him once and you text me twice. You didn't even, I mean, like, this is one of the most important on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, probably guaranteed one of the most important wrestling talents of all time. Has performed in front of hundreds of thousands of people at one time. And but Nicole, he's that he's set the record for Make-A-Wishes. Do you know that about John Cena? He's done the most Make-A-Wishes of anyone ever. Over 500.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. He's like a really kind person.
Yeah, he's like he has like from my observations of him, you worked with him. That's why I'm always so fascinated by him, because he does have this like robotic, like he doesn't have kids, he doesn't want kids, but then like donates his time to all these kids. You know what I mean? It's just something about him that I find really interesting. So anyway, what's he look like in person? How big are these muscles?
The muscles are big.
Do you touch them? Where do you guys have boundaries there? What's going on?
There are boundaries. I do not touch his muscle, but nobody told me. It wasn't like, Nicole, don't touch the muscles. I just decided, I was like, those are not my muscles to touch, so I don't touch them. Yeah, he's I guess, I don't know. He's just big. He's a very big, muscly person. Although when we first met, I was like, he's not that tall. I think we're the same height. And then I saw me standing next to him, and I was like, we're definitely not the same. He's tall. He's pretty tall.
He's probably 6'3" or something.
Something like that.
Something huge.
But he looks just like how he looks on television. Like it's not like the camera's doing a trick and he like looks worse or better on camera. Like he looks exactly the same.
I love John Cena. I hope to I admire the dude. I hope I get to work with him one day, Nicole.
You want to bring me on set of WIPEOut? He's doing a lot of comedy. You do comedy?
Yes. I hope I do. Now, when they first told you you're going to work with John Cena, Nicole, and by the way, I'm going to keep talking about John Cena here.
Sure.
But when they first told you you're going to work with John Cena, were you like, who is that guy, or did you even know who he was?
No, I knew who John Cena was, and I was like, me with John Cena seems kind of wild. He's like very, very, very famous. I think he might be the most famous person I've ever worked with. Yeah, I was just like, but then what did I watch? I watched something with him in it. And I was like, oh, okay, he seems funny.
Fast and Furious, or he was in
Fast and Furious hasn't been released yet.
Oh, yeah, he's not in any of them.
He's in Fast 9.
He's in Fast 9, that's right, which got delayed. I apologize.
Yes, it was supposed to come out last year, but they're waiting until we can all be in theaters again.
Blockers? Maybe that was
Oh, yeah, maybe I watched him in Blockers, and I had seen him in Schumer's movie, Trainwreck, and I thought he was really funny in that.
Well, they barely acknowledge how jacked he is in Blockers, and he's just supposed to be like a dad. Can you imagine if someone's dad, that was just like a suburban dad like that, just busting out of his shirt? Not a guy who's just like in shape or whatever. Like a full-on
he's like in the best shape of his life, and you're like, you're a dad?
I know. That's great. So like when you see because you said, it's interesting, you said that like someone like John Cena is like that level of fame for you, but like you're not a wrestling person. So like, does it shock you when you see how much a wrestler connects with people? Because you guys are in front of like a live crowd there, right?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
it's not a crowd. It's just the contestants and the crew. But yeah, like when the people cross over to like the wipeout zone and they like make it to the end, or no, the thing is called the wipeout zone. When they make it to the end of the obstacle course, John always like connects with them. He's like, "You win. How do you feel?" Which is like, a simple thing, but like I feel like nobody on game shows is like, "How do you feel?" But usually they're very exhausted and tired, and they're like, "I feel happy." It's very, very, very funny. I mean, I watched wrestling in high school for a little bit. I used to watch ladies wrestling.
What ladies wrestling? Oh, you mean just WWE ladies like Sable and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of it? What do you remember?
I don't remember very much. I just remember like a lot of pink and blonde.
Yeah, well then, back in those days when we were watching wrestling, women's wrestling has changed a lot. But back in our day, it would be like bra and panties matches and shit. It'd be like mud, like a Vaseline vat. It was pretty fucked up. But,
now you have like Nia Jackson, who I love very much.
Nia Jackson?
Yes. I have never watched her. Is that not her name?
No, she's not like most girls. Her name's Nia Jax, but Nia Jackson is so funny.
Jax!
She's part of the Jackson family.
No! I thought she was the sister to Michael Jackson. Nia Jax.
Yeah. I did stand up one night. Nia Jax was watching and eating nachos.
Honestly, she's iconic. I love her. I follow her on Instagram. I think she's like big and pretty. That's a wild thing to say about something. But she seems like a very tall woman.
She is. They actually like 2 years ago, I was there. She was in the men's Royal Rumble. They had her enter in the men's match because she's big enough. And then Dolph Ziggler kicked her in the face and stuff. Like, she's believably big enough where they can throw her in with the men.
Yeah, John was telling me about that.
He did tell you that?
Yeah, because I told him that I liked her. And I wonder if I called her Jackson or Jax. I'm embarrassed. Oh my God.
Nia Jackson?
Oh my God. He may have corrected me and I just didn't notice.
You didn't?
But yeah, he was telling me about how she's like prolific because of that she wrestles with men and it's very cool.
She is pretty cool and interesting. I mean,
Did you know she's related to Roman Reigns?
Wait, do you know who Roman Reigns is or you don't? We were talking about this beforehand because I wanted to talk about the other thing you told me off there.
You mentioned Roman Reigns before we started recording, so I Googled him, and he's cousins with Nia Jax.
Well, there's a lot of Samoan wrestlers, and they're all related. And sometimes they're not even blood related, but they call each other cousin and stuff. Like The Rock is related to Roman Reigns. But I'm not sure if they're actually blood related. They're just kind of like in the same tribe,
Oh, interesting.
Roman Reigns is a guy you'll probably work with one day.
You think?
Yeah, they're gonna start pairing you up with all these wrestlers to make them funny.
Imagine? I would like it. Yeah. He's kind of cute.
Oh, he's hot. He's a hot guy, Roman Reigns.
Oh, he's got this long hair.
Yeah. He's gorgeous.
Who does he date?
He's married. He's got like 4 kids.
Yuck. To
who? Some woman. I don't know.
Is she pretty? Probably
we don't see her.
Stunning.
We don't see her. She's not a wrestler or anything,
Okay, well, I'm gonna Google this wife.
Yeah,
oh my God, she's stunning.
I've seen pictures of her. Yeah, his wife's hot.
This sucks.
Why? Because you want to date him?
Well, listen, I'm just like the ugly people are not the people who aren't traditionally hot. They need some hotties. We need to mix the hotnesses.
I mean, I'm always doing that. That's always my goal is to elevate myself.
That's
to
what
mix
I
with
want.
the hotties, obviously. But you should do Why Won't You Date Me and get Roman Reigns on it. Ask him why he won't date you.
Honestly, wait, he's got 5 kids?
I think so. He's always turning out kids.
Ew.
Yeah.
My God, he's hot. I would bear all of his children. Anytime he wanted a new baby, I would say, yeah, plug me up.
Wow. Hey. Whoa, hey.
Shame. Shame.
Wow, Nicole. All right, plug me up. Fun fact about do I have it here? Nicole, Roman Reigns' new entrance music just came out. Nicole, you might appreciate this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because while we're talking about Roman Reigns, we played it. We couldn't figure out. We're like, what is this song? Why does this sound? And we realized it sounds exactly like "Cry Me a River." This song. All right, ready? Listen. Okay, I'm playing it for you. Okay. You're gonna enjoy this, Nicole. Just get pet. This is the epicness of wrestling. You know, everything's got to be huge.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Oh, this guy's about to enter. He's so fucking important. He's so hot. You want to get fucked by this guy. He's the best. And then the song hits, and it's exactly Crybaby River. Okay, listen. What you did, I already know. I found it from him. Told me you love me. Isn't it exactly the song? Must have been confused about your booze, some other guy. I don't know any of the words to that song.
I don't hear it. You knew a lot of the words to that song. I didn't hear it until you started singing. Then I was like, oh yeah, this is that song.
Well,
honestly, I want entrance music.
You don't see, Nicole. We got to turn you into a full-on wrestler. But you, Nicole, you are one of the most wrestling talents going right now. That's a non-wrestling talent. Like, nailed it. If you had a song, it would go. Wait, all right, hold on, Nicole. Say, hold on. Let me get you a song here.
Okay.
Say, all right, hold on. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be worth it. Okay.
Okay.
What? I gotta get you the right song though. What do I got here? What do I got? Okay. All right. Go. Okay. Say. Okay. Say. Give me like a big like nailed it. And I'll hit you with a song. All right. Ready?
Nailed it.
See, like that's what it would do. You know what I mean? Like you're like nailed it. Whoa.
Yeah. Maybe my wrestling persona is I beat people with rolling pins.
You have a big wrestling persona. Wait, Nicole, I want to talk about something that happened off the air here. You were so you did some research to work with John, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you were like, yo, I was watching him in The Rock, and then you had some amazing observations about that.
Yeah, they never fight. So it was a bunch of compilations, and a lot of it was just like, I will see you at Slam-Mania, or I'll see you at WrestleMania.
Right.
Because what? Oh, I can't remember what The Rock said. He kind of speaks like an old-timey person.
The Rock?
A little bit. Yeah. I can't remember what he's like I can't remember. It was like one specific thing that I was like, what? But yeah, is John Cena a villain?
Because if you smell what The Rock is cooking, you mean? Is that old-timey?
No. It was a different like call and response with the audience, and the audience knew what to say.
He goes, and the millions and millions of The Rock's fans. He goes, he drinks it in. He goes, because he goes, yeah, I mean, he does a million things, The Rock. It's unbelievable.
I can't remember what this one was. But is John Cena like a villain?
No, John Cena is actually, it's a whole thing. He's always been a good guy. And like people hated him forever because they were like, they called him Super Cena because he always won every single match, and he was just like all-American guy, always the good guy, won every big match. And people were like, this guy, they're jamming him down our throats, you know what I mean? And then he started saying like hustle, loyalty, respect. Like that was his gimmick. He's like, I'm all about, he's like, when I lose, like it's all about like picking yourself back up and having dignity, you know? And then over the years, what happened was you started realizing like it wasn't a gimmick. That's who he was. You know what I mean? As a human being.
That's fully who he is. Like earnestly, I think he's just like, I just have to try.
Right. And people just started being like, yo, this guy's like a legitimate good person. He would come out and just be like, point to a kid in the front row and just be like, I'm here. I fight for this kid, and it'd be a kid with cancer in the front row, and you'd just be like, you fucking move you to tears. Like you're like, oh, wow, okay, I love this guy. But for a while, people hated him, especially because when he was rapping, he called himself for a while the Doctor of Thugonomics. Okay. You should, are you filming more episodes of them or no? You guys going back in or no? You don't know?
We're done with season 1.
Okay. And when can people watch Wipeout, by the way? This is a very professional show here.
Oh, it's on TBS. It's on Thursdays. And you got to figure out the time because I can't do everything for you. But I think it's 9 p.m.
Okay. And wait, does Cena ever go through the course? Do we ever get a Cena go to Wipeout?
It's funny because I was like, they kept being like, would you do it? And he would have joke answers. And I finally was like, would you actually do it? And he was like, and get hurt? No.
No, I was like, his body, he doesn't want to get hurt. You know, a fun fact about John Cena is that he has freakish healing powers.
Wait,
like,
what?
you know, whenever he gets hurt, he comes back way faster than they say he's going to come back from injury.
Oh, interesting.
Bring that up to him.
Okay.
Yo,
I
next time
will.
when you go back to next season, give me some kind of consulting job or something. Actually, I
I
got a
mean-
couple texts I did get a couple texts
From Kara Clank.
from Kara Klein that were like, "Yo, does this wrestling joke make sense?" Which I was extremely happy to. I sent her a bill. She hasn't paid me yet, but
I'll remind her. I'll send
yeah,
her a
please.
text to be like, you got to pay Dan Black for that consulting fee.
yeah. For those two jokes. Fuck. What was I? What were we just talking about?
About how they never fucking fight. But did
Yeah,
they
so never
ever fight?
Yeah. So they did. They fight, but what they do in wrestling is you build it up because you're selling a fight, right? Because essentially
Yes.
it's a fake fight, right? It's dance fighting.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
choreographed. So what you do is everything.
It's not all choreographed.
No, it's not all. Oh wow, what are you trying to teach me about wrestling, Nicole?
Well, I learned that some of it is improvised. That like you
Who told you
learn
that, John?
base moves and you do things to signal that you're going to do this move, and the people act accordingly. But some
Yes.
people do like to coordinate.
Or
Or
yeah.
choreographed.
So like it depends on the match, and it depends on the wrestler and whatnot, blah blah blah. But yeah, most of the time it's someone's like kind of the lead dancer. It's like any like couple skate or whatever. You know what I mean? Like someone
it's
is the
really interesting.
yeah. And then they talk to each other, the ref's involved, and they're like, let's go for this or that. And then, yeah, I still, after watching all of it and all the people I know in wrestling who are big wrestlers who kind of like will explain it to me and whatever, I still don't get how it works as well as it does. Like some of the ways that they transition is so seamless where you're like, you need this needs to go way slower for you to be making this up in the moment. But I guess people feel the same way about improv, right? Like if you do, we've done scenes where people are like,
you're going, you're talking,
written,
you're doing shit.
right? We've all had those like scenes where you're like, that people are like, that was written, that one. That
Yeah,
one was
and
so.
you're like, it truly wasn't.
It wasn't,
I couldn't
no.
repeat to you what I said if you held a gun to my head.
Now that never happened to any of our scenes.
But I will say the funniest scene, because I remember it. I remember like 6 scenes. We were in a scene, and it was like after the lights had gone out in Chelsea.
Yeah.
They had like floodlights on us to
Yeah.
still do the show. You played my blind husband who refused to adapt to being blind.
Like I wouldn't acknowledge that I was blind.
Yes.
out
And
of
I was
pride.
like, life would be easier if you had a walking stick or like just listen to the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
But then also I would like put things in your way for you to trip on. Like it
Well, we had to have always 4 games going on, just so
Oh my
we didn't want to
God.
concede to the other one being the unusual character. That wouldn't be a Dan Black Nicole Byer improv scene.
Sure wouldn't.
No.
Very funny. But when we came back to do a second beat of it, I think both of us were like,
Oh man.
well, we
second beats.
I guess we'll do this. And I honestly can't remember what we did for the second beat. I just remember the first beat so clearly. And like people were like dying. It was
I remember you were sitting in a chair. I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe I'm making this up, but we were gonna like have sex, but maybe I made that up, because it was like all I know is you were sitting in a chair and I kept falling over you. Like I would go
Yes.
from one side of the stage, tripping over your legs, and then just do it again immediately. Like there was no like hard. The pattern was that we just repeat this. I was like, I'm just gonna go. I need to go over there. Now I need to go over there, and you're always gonna be in the way, and I'll fall down. Those were good times.
good times.
But we don't
Man.
need second beats, okay, everyone. I mean, when we did this improv form called the Herald, they make you do like a reprise.
Yeah,
of-
you
of-
gotta like either return to the scene of the crime and then like do the same thing again with different specifics, or it's analogous where like it's instead of a farmer, it's a doctor. But then if you did stuff like that, they'd be like, well, that's not a true analogous beat. And you're like, well, it's really hard to think of shit on the fly.
Yeah. But how sick was it those times where like you thought of the perfect second beat almost to the point where you could initiate and then just edit it because you're like everyone just laughed because they're like that's the funniest place to take that where you're like we don't even need to see the scene. You're like
Those
you'll
are my
just be
favorite
like,
scenes.
Well, you just go like, well, this is the zoo, and everyone's like, ah,
Yeah.
like, they're gonna bring that guy to the zoo. That guy's going to the zoo.
That guy's going to the zoo.
That guy's gonna be in the zoo. I don't even need to see it. I've heard enough.
boy.
Oh man,
I really miss I'm glad we got into improv
Yeah.
when we did. I got to meet some of the funniest fucking people, but also like it was like the heyday of like New York fucking improv. Like
We were just talking about this off air, right? Like it's like
yeah.
I was thinking about moving back to New York, where I'd be like, why would I just kind of like why am I going back? I don't know what I would do there.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do either. But it's a lot like wrestling, where like there's this like familiarity because like everyone who came to Herald Night came every fucking week. So like they knew who was up, they knew what they were getting, they were like ready for like what jokes people did. It was truly
Those are great times.
If I could take a time machine back, I would go back to my early 20s just for a little stop.
Did you appreciate? Well, I'm glad we were on a team together, though. You always claim notoriously that I wasn't nice to you, or that when you were working the secretary. By the way, everyone, just so Nicole Byer, don't let her fame fool you. She's always a receptionist in my mind. She's just she's always picking. Maybe she doesn't pick up the phone for me now, but I watched her pick up the phones for years, folks.
Okay, listen. When we were first this is after first Herald auditions.
Yeah,
we were all
always
at the
talk about
fucking
this.
Triple Crown,
Yeah.
and everyone was talking or whatever, and you looked at me and you're like, who are you? And I was like, oh my God, I'm Nicole. And you were like, all right. And then you were just like, not mean, but like dismissive. But then I like got to know you and I was like, oh, that's just Dan.
That happens to me a lot. Like people always they always have this like first impression of me that is not at all how I see myself or whatever. But also it kind of is because my identity is being like, hey, what's your deal? You know what I mean? Like I'll always be like a New York guy who's
That's
like,
what I mean.
tell
like,
me
that's
what's
just,
up.
that's
Who
just
are
how
you? What's
talk.
going on? You know what I mean? But it's crazy because when I go back to New York and I talk to my friends, someone living in softy LA for so long, like my friends will say something, it'll just floor me. Like their first line to me, and I'm just like, wow. I'm like, wow. And you know what I mean? I don't have examples, and if I did, I wouldn't repeat them. But so you can imagine probably what I was like then in my New York days.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
like then you were great. My favorite. What did you say to Gethard? And Dan, you know what I'm gonna say to you? Yeah. Too funny.
That was to Will Hines.
Will Hines.
Yeah, that was. I did a scene. Now we got into full improv talk, but I'm fine with it because I know where I want to go back with the wrestling. But we don't have to talk about wrestling. It's fine. We don't have to just talk about wrestling here. But that's the story that has haunted me forever.
It's so funny.
And it's okay. So I was getting the note that I was being like too jokey in scenes, you know, and then so I did a scene. I initiated it as a cop, and then I immediately went for I was like, "Hey, I'm writing you a ticket," but then I couldn't help but being like, throwing in some kind of fucking goofy jab, which was like, "I'm writing you a ticket because it's not because I like you or something like that, right? You know what I mean?" And then immediately Will Hunt stops the scene, and he's like, and then I go, "I know, too funny." And then Will Hines turns to me and he goes, "Fuck you." He literally says, "Fuck you" to me. And I was like, I know I went too jokey, but I said too funny. Because when I'm from, funny and jokey are just fucking synonyms, okay? We don't have...
Yes. It's so funny. Will Hines once said to me, he was like, nobody has more fun in improv scenes than you.
Than
I was
you?
like, yes. I was like, why are we doing it? If not to have the most fun.
Well, it only takes a couple of jerks to make things unfun. You know what I mean? That I learned, well, whatever. Okay. I won't go there. That'll derail us too much. But it really only takes a couple of insecure people to make shit unfun. You know what I mean? And that's why we do stand-up now, right, Nicole?
Yep.
So we can just
That
be on
and there's
stage.
no improv theaters left.
Yeah, I know. Be on
The
stage with
Pit,
myself.
I think, is closed.
I think the magnets maybe like fake open or whatever at this
Oh
point.
my God, how depressing.
Would you
A
say
city without improv.
Would you say this, Nicole?
Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as a retired improviser?
I guess so. I mean, I describe myself as like, I will do improv if the occasion arises, but for the most part, I don't do improv anymore.
Yeah. I was like, am I retired? I have no idea. I mean, now there's no stages, so I guess
The pandemic forced us all to retire.
I think we all retired, and we went out on a low note, everyone. So it's good to know. You gotta go, everyone. You gotta go. Well, I mean, that's a wrestling thing. You go out on your back. Like every wrestler retires on their back. Now,
wait, what? What do you mean? Like getting fucked?
so like, yeah. One thing about wrestling is you get retired by getting fucked in the middle of the ring.
You just get on your back and someone rails you.
Well, one of the beautiful things about you say, oh, it's not about the fighting, because wrestling. One of the things about wrestling that's like amazing to me is like is the respect of it all, right? There's a lot. There's a etiquette to all of it, you know, that is it's like has like a storied tradition of like a tradition base where you're like, this is what we do. So like one thing is like, so John Cena is not technically retired from wrestling, you know?
No, I looked that up the other day because I was like, is he like done? No, he can return at any time.
Not only that, the thing about John, and this is why I need you to stay close with him, okay? For me, is because I need you when he eventually comes back, which will probably be the end of his career. I need you to get us front row seats to that match, okay? Because
I think I could probably do it.
I think you could too. Now, because I know Kumail was front row when Batista retired at WrestleMania because they did Stuber together. So I need you to Stuber this for me, okay?
Yeah, let me know when it is and I'll reach out.
I have a long storied history of weaseling my way into the front row of wrestling. I did it. Mamrie Hart got me in the front row and I watched Undertaker retire. So
Who's the Undertaker? Oh wait, I think I know who the Undertaker is. He wears all black. He's got long hair, and he like wears a hat.
Absolutely.
I got it. Wait, now I gotta look him up.
Yeah. Well, so like, okay, I have so much to tell you, Nicole. But one thing that's really interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
But he's not the heartthrob I thought he might have been.
You thought Undertaker was a hottie?
Well, I mean,
he's literally called
Reigns
the Dead
is
Man.
a hottie. The Rock is a hottie. John Cena is a very good-looking gentleman. This man, his eyes, they really pop out at you.
They're not all hotties. Some of them are menacing men. Yo, actually, can you Google a guy and tell me if you think he's hot?
Okay.
Look at a guy named Randy Orton. Okay.
Randy Orton.
Tell me what you think.
Oh. Oops, I went to Randy Savage.
Well, I mean, would you bang Pofo? Would you bang Randy Savage?
Oh, wait, this Randy Orton, yes, he can get it. Ooh, wow.
So I think I think Randy Orton's like the hottest guy in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. Is he not the hottest guy? Yeah. See, Nicole, this is why I love you. Because every woman I go, isn't this the hottest guy in the world? They're like, no. And I'm like, well,
what is the argument? He can get it.
Do you see the tats? The full sleeve? What do you think of the sleeves? What do you think of the full sleeve?
I love the sleeves. I love his face. Ooh, daddy. Oh my God.
Ooh,
I love
daddy.
him. Is he married?
Yeah, he's married.
Fuck, they're all married.
He's got a bunch of kids.
What?
Yeah. And he's got a clothing line called Slither because he's a dirty snake, man.
He's a
filthy snake.
His wife is very pretty too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this man. Oh
yes. So all right. So you're into Randy. Well, let's see how far it goes. What about Batista? Are you into Batista?
I don't know. I gotta look at him.
Yeah, Google Batista. I'm curious how far you'll go with the wrestling types.
Let's
you know what I mean?
Batista.
You either got,
Oh wow. He had like a little chin thing going.
Yeah.
Wow. He's maybe a little too big for me. Okay. He's got like humps on the neck. Like that's a little wild.
Right. He also has a belly button tattoo. What do you think about that?
Oh,
he has like a sun around his belly button.
That's very like 90s.
Yeah. I feel like you'll work with him too one day. You're gonna work with all these people.
Thank you. I love this. I love this. This confidence that you're gonna keep working. But
Nicole, you're killing it. You're
sent
doing
you
great, Nicole.
a picture of the Undertaker where his eyeballs look like they're gonna fall out of his head.
That's what he does. He yeah, that's his whole thing. Yeah. But like, what's really cool about these, something I really dig about wrestling. But wait, actually, I want to go back to the other point first.
Wait,
okay?
I want to go to my point.
Yeah, go to your point.
Who's a single wrestler I can have?
Oh shit! Should we try to set you up with a wrestler?
Yes.
All right, if we do this, can we hit them up? If I'll have everyone hit them up on Twitter, like, yes. Yo, start dating Nicole.
Yes.
Okay, so all right, I'll tell you some wrestlers to Google.
Okay.
I'm thinking about guys who might be single, but
Okay.
there's a guy I think's pretty hot right now. Are you into Latino men?
I'm into any man.
Okay.
I'm not a person who's like, I have preferences, because that's insane.
I feel the same way, but I was asking you because you seem more biased than I am. You see, because I'm like I'm like a better person. But what about this guy?
Yeah, you are.
Look at this guy, Angel Garza. Look at this guy.
Angel
He's a new
Garza.
guy on the scene. I feel like you might be able to elevate his status. You know what I mean? You guys might.
Oh my God, he's adorable. Oh
Why were
my
you trying
God. Oh, he's
He's so hot, right?
he's so hot, but in the sweetest way.
Yeah. What do you think about this guy?
Like, he doesn't look like a wrestler. He just looks like a nice man who's like gonna tell you a cute little secret. He's a cutie.
So, okay. So let's all right. Well, should we make a list of a couple of these guys?
Yeah, okay. Angel Garza is a yes.
Okay. Okay, Angel Garza is definitely a yes. I don't know if he's single though. I'm thinking of dudes who are single right now.
Okay.
Okay. What about
He has a wife.
He does?
Yeah.
Damn
And
it.
she's pretty.
Oh God. Why are these guys all married?
I don't know. Every
Are
single
you
one of them
surprised
seems to be fucking married.
so many women want
Is
to marry
Vince
wrestlers?
McMahon single?
No, he's married to Linda McMahon. She runs
Oh.
a Trump super PAC. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding at all.
How wild that Vince McMahon and Trump are like best friends.
Ed McMahon. Yo, look at this picture. Look up a picture of.
Wait, what's her name? Linda McMahon?
Yeah, Linda McMahon. Put Trump. Google Trump and the McMahon family.
Yikes! She is severe.
Oh, man.
Whoa, Linda.
Look at you could Google the full the full McMahon family, like all the grandkids and everyone
Oof.
with Trump in the Oval Office. You can look that up.
Okay.
And the funniest stat about it is that like 90% of the picture is taken a Stone Cold Stunner, even though it's the presidential it's literally the White House.
How wild. This is a wild picture.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
I mean, Linda McMahon looks like the most frigid lady I've ever seen in my life. Her pussy looks like it would like fucking cut you because it's like ice.
Wait, are you looking at a picture of that? You
Of her
found that?
ice pussy?
Yeah, you found that?
I found a picture of her ice pussy.
What are you on the dark web?
Yeah, I'm on fucking 8chan. Just,
You got that so quick. You pulled that up so quick. Wait. I'm trying to think of more wrestlers. Hold on, look at the WWE roster. Yo, look up this wrestler named Sheamus. You think you would date a guy? This guy, Sheamus, the WWE Sheamus.
okay.
And also, are you open to women or only men?
Listen, I'm not gonna close doors when it's unnecessary.
I don't know what that means, but all right, fine.
It means I'm open to any old person. I don't know about this Sheamus. His hair.
You don't like a ginger? You know what?
I mean, I'm fine with a ginger, but like the hair is a choice. The facial hair is another choice. A lot of choices happening. And he's married as well. Everyone is married to like
He's married?
Vaguely Latinx,
That's 'cause they
Latina,
all live in
Spanish.
Florida.
I mean, am I offensive? Is it Latinx? Is it Latina? Is it Hispanic?
I don't know. I think that's.
I get really confused.
I don't think. It's fine. I don't.
Okay, here's what
someone
I'll say.
explained to me
They
recently
all
the
seem
difference.
to be
Yeah.
dating vague women of vague Spanish-speaking origins. There we
Yo,
go.
Nicole, I got the guy for you.
Okay.
Google this guy named Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman.
Braun.
Well, Google's truly like trying to help me out. The first thing that comes up is wife.
Look at this guy. BraunStrowman.
Yeah, I found him. Okay. I think he's cute.
Braun Strowman.
I'm
Maybe
into
we
it.
try to set you up with Braun Strowman.
I think he's a wife.
He has a wife also. Who is marrying these guys? These guys.
I don't know. It says, let's see, married? Yeah, he's married to a cute little blonde lady.
Okay. What about? All right. Look up this guy Keith Lee.
This
Well,
is so funny.
Nicole, I'm not letting you off this podcast until we find you the guy that we're gonna blast on Twitter.
All right,
hook up
I
with
can
you,
do
all right?
this, man.
Yeah, we're getting. I need you to be dating wrestlers. Okay?
He's not as muscular as other wrestlers.
No, he's a little heavier, but he's like very strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's cute. I'm into him. He
He's
looks like a teddy bear.
Oh shit, he's engaged to one of the women wrestlers.
Oh my god.
Damn it, I forgot about that. Yeah, but that engaged
Wait, who's
is not
he?
married.
Who's
You know
he?
what I mean?
Yeah, I could break that up.
Yeah, you could break that up.
Oh, she's pretty too.
Oh shit.
Oh, they're a cute couple.
Oh, you don't want to break it up? All right, well, I got
No,
another guy
I'll
for
break
you.
it up because I do think he's cute. He's like a teddy bear. I love it.
Who, Keith?
Yeah, fuck him.
Yo, we gotta get you. All right, I think we should land. I think we should try to get you. I mean, do you want to have heat with Mia Yim?
With who?
That's his fiance. She's kind of a medium. She's not a good wrestler, so that's.
She's not a good wrestler?
No, she's not. I'm not a fan.
Why are you not a fan?
She's not good.
How is she not good? Tell me how she's not good.
She's not good on the microphone. She's
Oh.
not good in ring. She's just.
So wait, what does she do on the microphone? She's like, I'm here and tomorrow I'll be there and we're gonna fight, baby.
That's exactly what she does. She goes, I'm here, now I'm over there, and we're going to fight, baby. And I'm always like, why are you doing that? If she did that, by the way, I'd be a huge fan of hers. If these wrestlers had any personality, we'd be like, hello, babies.
Maybe
What's
that's
up,
my
daddies?
angle. I'm gonna be like, hi everybody. We're here today. Okay. Like I just say nothing of value.
I would. You would be. I mean, we got to get you. We got to get you involved. I mean, you're only a couple notches away from wrestling profile where you could be. We get you on Raw or something. You know.
Let me
You're
on
one,
Raw.
one or two parts away. All right, wait, Nicole. What about? Do you ever see Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, look at Brock Lesnar. You interested in that?
Brock.
You seem to be not very picky with these guys, by the way.
I like big people. I like a big person.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big person. So
Yeah.
I want to be with someone who can envelop me.
Can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into him.
Brock Lesnar?
I don't love
Nicole,
the tattoo.
You don't like his dick sword tattoo?
It is- I was trying to figure out what it is, and I was like, so is it a feather? It's
Not
a
only-
feather with fucking brass knuckles?
It's some kind of I forget, some kind of blank sword. I forget. And he hates how it turned out, but he never did anything about it. It has blood on the top that looks like cum coming out of a dick. Like if you can zoom in, it's like the worst looking tattoo. But
That's really
somehow
funny.
he's so the man that he pulls off this tattoo.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts.
All right, what about Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley. These people all have wild names.
Some of these are their real names too. Brock Lesnar's his real name. I'm writing down all the
Bobby
guys.
Lashley?
I'm writing down all the guys that you said you would bang. Keith, Brock Lesnar. All right.
Ooh, daddy.
Bobby Lashley?
Yes. Damn.
Current WWE champion.
He kind of looks like a muscular Wayne Brady.
That is what he looks like. He's jacked up Wayne Brady.
Cute though.
Yeah. So, and Roman Reigns you want to bang also, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Let's
write
see.
that
Does
down.
he have a wife?
Yeah, does Bobby Lashley have a wife? I think he has kids, but no wife.
Probably. Everybody has a fucking wife. Yeah, it seems like he's got this nice white lady.
Bobby Lashley.
Wait, I cannot believe how involved Trump is with the WWE.
Oh yeah, he
keeps coming up with pictures of these
Bobby
people.
Lashley wrestled for Trump at WrestleMania 25. You can look it out.
He wrestled for Trump.
Yeah, like Vince and Trump both chose representatives. Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame. And if Donald Trump walked out into wrestling, into the arena, if Hail to the Chief came on and he walked out, they would go nuts for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How wild.
It's wild, yeah.
How did he become so involved in the WWE?
Because he is a wrestler. I mean, he's a fucking wrestler. Everything he says is Donald Trump is one of the greatest wrestling talents ever. It sucks because it's not, once you become the president of the United States, it's not funny at all. But even not in office, the other day he called himself the father of the vaccine. Okay?
Wait.
Okay? He's not.
But he called himself the father of the vaccine.
He was up at like he's speaking at some Republican, like some conservative thing like CPAC or something, and he's like, everyone look at me,
incredible.
I am the father of the vaccine. That is wrestling speak. Like it's undeniably captivating. You know what I mean? And that's what sucks about him is that you're like, people fall prey to the attractiveness to his entertaining rhetoric. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that you're like, some of that shit he says is like behind closed doors. You're like, that was pretty fucking funny. Like as a comedian.
I mean, yes.
But he's so fucking.
Yes. He's an awful person.
Awful.
But I gotta say, him calling Marco Rubio little Marco Rubio is very funny. Calling Elizabeth Warren, people are going to come for me on this. Calling Elizabeth Warren a woman who maybe misinterpreted being Native American, calling her Pocahontas.
It's not just calling her Pocahontas.
It's funny.
Calling her that. It's exclusively calling her that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't have any name. Like, so regardless if that's offensive or not, it's just like I make a belittling nickname for you that I will seriously use at an international
for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah. Like the funniest thing he ever did, a comedian pointed this out. It wasn't me. But he pointed out that Donald Trump, when he was in those debates running for office, and this is the wrestling of it. It's like where you're attracted to the like wrestling. You say it's not really about the fight. It's not really about the substance. It's just about the frosting. Like it's like that was fun, right? And like right. But it's like he had a thing where he was going. Someone was criticizing him on the dais, and like some of those candidates are like further down on the like he's in the middle because he's like a draw, and then they were like saying to him like, hey, you have a history of like racism and like rental inequality, and he's like, what? I can't hear you. You're all the way down there. I mean, like you're like you know what I mean? He's like, I can't even hear you. Is this guy even in the debate? And he's practically falling off the stage, right? And you're like, that's fucking insanely funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's so inappropriate.
It's so inappropriate, but truly funny.
So what do you do with this guy? This is why this guy's going to come back, unfortunately. I don't even know why we got political, because we were talking about Trump and wrestling. That's why he's like, when he was part of wrestling, just the same way as when he was like a guest on Howard Stern, it was like, wow, what a character. These are appropriate venues for this fucking maniac. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I hope he doesn't come back. Maybe he's retired from politics.
No, he's the presumptive nominee.
Maybe he took it on his back like wrestlers do, and he's on his back and he's done.
I know, Nicole. This is all to say, the interesting thing with wrestling and how we tie into all that is back to John Cena and you, which is like John Cena was able to, through wrestling, become a huge star.
Yeah.
The tools that you pick up, if you can be, I always say this about wrestling, is that like people kind of dismiss wrestling and they disrespect it. If you can be at the John Cena Rock level, Stone Cold level of wrestling, you can do anything.
You can do anything.
Anything.
Because it's like, oh, I trust you to be in front of crowds of fucking people. I trust you to be on TV. Like you're entertaining the masses. People love you. Yeah. So why not put you in something? You
have to wear every hat of talent.
Yeah. Wrestling's hard.
Yeah. So it's like The Rock had to be captivating on the microphone, had to look amazing, be athletic. Like people are good at maybe one of those to get successful. And then to be a superstar in wrestling, it's why wrestling right now, like you go through these lulls where you don't have a top guy. Like they have guys like Bobby Lashley's the champion right now. He looks good, but like he's not charismatic at all. He's actually a charisma suck. I mean, he's good for you to date.
Who's this one?
Bobby Lashley is Wayne Brady. Jacked up Wayne Brady.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But then that's the cool thing about wrestling. Why guys like me, we keep watching it, because every once in a while, a talent
someone
emerges.
Charismatic and amazing, and you go, "Oh my god, I love this!" I cannot wait for Fast 9 to come out. We get The Rock, we got John Cena, we got everybody.
It's gonna be great. You want to go watch it with me or no?
Yeah, let's go. Sashir will come too. I took her to the last one. She had no interest, and then was like, woo, 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 through the whole movie. And then she walked out of the theater and she went, that was fun as hell. And I was like, yeah, bitch, I've been telling you, these movies are so good. I mean, they're fully different than from the first one to now, it is a different genre of movie.
Yeah. Well, they were like, why don't we just keep heightening it to ridiculousness where you're like, you don't even need to believably buy it. The last scene I remember seeing in Fast and Furious was, I don't know which movie this was. I think it maybe was Hobbs and Shaw actually, but it was a cars driving on a cliff and then they all somehow chained together and then were on.
And The Rock is holding them together. I saw that and I went, no. No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I took her to see Hobbs and Shaw and she was like, I loved it. And she had no prior information about the series or the franchise. And she was like, this is amazing.
Have you seen Jumanji, the remake?
I have not seen Jumanji.
Oh my God, Nicole, I'll watch that with you. Like,
okay.
I stand by, and you could turn it off if you're like, I don't like it. I think it's so fucking funny. And
I've also never seen the original Jumanji.
The original Jumanji, I don't really remember that being particularly good. The remake, the first one with The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jack Black, I think it's so funny. None of that. It's such a clean written script. I know, whatever, like it's a light whatever movie. But it has a really clear game on what it's almost like a sketch, you know? And then it just heightens and heightens and heightens, and I think it's so funny.
I'll see it.
Tell me if you like it. I don't know. All right, Nicole, I'm gonna let you go because I have to record the regular pod now. But
this isn't the regular podcast?
No, no, this is a special episode with you.
I'm special?
You are special.
Oh wow!
You know, people. I have the Discord server up for the podcast right here, and I told one listener that you were coming on because they messaged me and said something about you, and then there's a whole chain of people being like, "Nicole's coming on." Dan told me I'm allowed to tell you guys that Nicole's coming on next week. But people really get fucking excited for you to come on.
I hope people aren't disappointed. I feel like I should have watched a little bit more wrestling. No, but I did. I tried to watch compilations.
No, you don't have to watch to come on. You come in. We applied wrestling to real life. That's what we do. So, which guy? Who should we hit up? Was any of these guys single? I don't think anyone.
No, none of them were single. But I love that Angel. Is that his name, Angel?
Well, I mean, you could break them. Why not? Why don't you just break them up? Why don't we try?
I would like to break up his relationship. I love him. I'm gonna think about him at all times.
Oh, I love it. Well, Nicole.
Yes.
I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
But I would like to say this to you.
Yes.
First off, before I forget, post-pandemic, we need to hang out now.
I would love to. I'm vaccinated. Let's fucking hang.
Vaxxed and waxed, ready to hang.
Let's see. She's vaxxed and slightly patchy, but ready to hang out.
Well, I have to obviously weasel my way into your pool this summer. But we got to hang. I just got my second shot, so let's text.
Wait, Pfizer or Moderna? Moderna.
If I got Moderna, is that you don't want to hang out if I got Moderna?
I mean, I got Pfizer. I'm a Pfizer diva, so no, I'm kidding. Imagine like I didn't hang out. Like if you got Johnson & Johnson, I'm not talking to you.
You're like, I don't want you fucking getting a clot in my pool.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking scoop blood clots out of the pool, okay?
Oh man, that was a terrible joke. But
people are gonna get mad at us, and guess what? Be mad.
This was my move. I had a couple moves that I had. One move was I'd be like, which vaccine did you get? And then no matter what they say, they'd be like, yeah, I got Pfizer. And I go, oh, okay. You know, like that. You just do that, like put them in their head about it. You'd be like, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that'll
sure,
do.
That's a vaccine you can get. Sure.
Yeah, that'll do. That's okay.
Yeah, okay. And you feel safe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
love it. Just make people feel really
shots,
insecure.
Right? You didn't get both shots though, right?
You only got one, right?
Right.
I mean, the second one. Oof. Yikes.
I know people are weird about all of it, but Nicole, Wipeout Thursday.
TBS. Thursday.
How many more episodes are left?
John Cena
in the season. Do we know?
I think we're on episode 5. I think we're doing 20. I think we did 20.
Wow. I would love to do a Wipeout. I would love to. Those
apply.
I'm not going to.
Well, they're casting right now for season 2.
I don't need to be cast in Wipeout. If you said come do the course off air, I would do that. But what is the funniest thing you saw doing Wipeout? I meant to ask you this earlier.
The funniest thing, this woman was trying to get. So the final thing you have to get through is these knobs that spin one way, but the thing on the knob spins a different way.
Right.
So you kind of just have to like fight it. And they told us in our ear, they're like, cheer for her. She's like almost there. And I was like, you got it. You got it. And then the way this woman looked at me to indicate that she didn't want us screaming at her because it was hard. She killed me in my heart. And I was like, oh my, okay. She does not like that. She hates me. And then when she was done, she was like, I was just trying to concentrate. It was very funny. And I don't know if they're going to air all that. But yeah, she got very, very mad. Also, the way people, they get shot out of this like little silver bullet, and sometimes I just don't understand the way people landed. I'm like, how did you do that in the air?
People get like thrown around like they can't control
also there was this
weight.
one man, I think his name was David. He just didn't do it. He just stood there for the full 10 minutes, and we had to be like, is he gonna? No, he's not gonna. Is he gonna?
Was he scared or just trying to be funny?
No, he was like terrified. You're like really high up in the air, and like the water is ice cold. It's at night. It's a lot.
Is your ankle healed?
Ish. I started pole dancing again. Sometimes it gets a little swollen. I think I actually have to like change what I eat, which is like really fucking annoying. But like the slightest bit of salt swells it.
Right.
So like it's
you want to come work out with me?
It's a fucking journey. Yeah, let me come work out with you. How much does it cost?
I'll tell you off air. I don't know what the cost of my gym, but it's
tell me how much your gym cost. No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
you can afford it. You can afford it. I know that.
You don't know.
I do know. I know. I know
Times
your
are tough. You don't know.
I know your finances.
You don't know.
You can afford it. You can afford
You're like, I know how to get right into your bank account. You're fine.
Well, right now you're pole dancing in your backyard for free, right?
Sure am.
So I know I know my gym costs more than that. I know you because you have a pole in your backyard.
I sure do.
Women are nuts for the pole dancing, but as I see more of it, I'm like, I get it. It looks very fun, and also see some of the stuff you do with your upper body. It feels very good for you.
It is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Right.
And when you finally like get something, you're like, oh shit, that's fucking nice and cool. Yeah. It's a lot kind of like, I don't want to say it's like wrestling, but it like you learn things. Like you learn how to do things where like people go, that's impressive. You're like, it's actually not that hard. I can teach you.
Right. You're going to teach me to pole?
I'll teach you how to pole dance. Come on over.
And
I'll scoop some blood clots out of my pool, and we'll throw them on the pole and make it real slick for you.
Sick. All right, Nicole. Well, that's it. I have nothing else to say to you.
I can't believe we're ending on me talking about blood clots again.
Do you want to say something? Should we say something funnier?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of pressure.
Okay.
We're going to find it. We're going to find it. We'll end on something funny.
Okay.
Well, all right. I'll go back to something I was saying before, okay? And
yeah.
we'll find something, okay?
Okay.
In wrestling, I was saying there's a lot of traditions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like one thing is that your last match, you lose. Right?
You have to lose?
Yeah, you go out on your back, right? So John Cena.
Oh,
right
that's
now,
what that means.
Yeah. So like, cause you get pinned. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
And they'll say the expression like looking up at the lights. You know what I mean?
Wait, why do you always lose your last match?
Well, because it's like you retired, and a lot of times it's like putting over, meaning like giving the rub to a newer talent. Like so, The Rock wrestled John Cena, right? And so then the first time they wrestled, Rock beat him, but then the last time they wrestled, John Cena beat him, and it was like handing the reins over to John Cena, and then John Cena lost to Roman Reigns when they wrestled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now John Cena keeps losing because he knows he's on the way out, so he's like, I'm gonna make these guys look really good as I leave. You know?
Oh, how
that's like the respect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wrestling is like, it's interesting. I didn't realize there was all these traditions and shit.
Wrestling is like I love it so much. I mean, look, it's designed towards me, right? Like I'm a bro-y theater guy, right? Like so, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, I'm like in the rare zone of like someone who this is completely tailored towards, right? So, but the interesting thing about wrestling is like people completely misunderstand it. I'm like, maybe I don't care if people like it or not. But when people are like, oh, it's fake, you're like, well, it's scripted. It's a scripted show.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about it is more the fact that it has almost like a Harry Potter epicness to it, like a world, a universe, where you're like, here's how it works, here's how it functions. But at the same time, what's really cool about it is that because it's a reality show, essentially, right? these wrestlers are like aging in real time. So the Undertaker is like 56 years old, keeps trying to win at Wrestle. He's keep trying to go out there, but forget about if he wins or he loses. It's just about like going out there and believably still doing it. And you see every year he's like jacked up, getting surgeries.
How old is he? He gets surgeries? Oh, I guess you're getting thrown around.
He got to at the end there. He's wrestling one match a year, and like a whole off season, he's getting like surgeries and stuff to like get him ready for that one match.
God.
You know what I mean? Because he is like a staple at WrestleMania, and every year we go watch him and just be like, maybe this is his last year, maybe this is his last year, you know? And you're like, you never really know. And like that's the shit with wrestling that's really cool. It's like because there's so much mortality is like thrown in your face with wrestling.
Wasn't that what that movie The Wrestler was about?
Have you ever seen a one-trick pony making his way down the road? That's The Wrestler by Bruce Springsteen, which he won an Oscar for from the.
Wait, Bruce Springsteen did The Wrestler?
Yeah, he sung the song Wrestler. Have you ever seen a one-legged dog making his way down the road? If you ever seen a one-trick pony, say to me, and you see me. Well, you like it? That's
get it. Yes, Dan Black.
We're never ending this podcast, Nicole. This is never ending.
No, now we can end it.
We can end it? That was enough?
That was
funny.
nice.
That was really funny.
It was funny and it was nice.
I think I sold you on wrestling right at the end there. Right at the end.
I'm already sold on wrestling.
Come to watch wrestling. When shit opens up, come to the PWG show with me.
What's the PWG show?
Just like these shows out here. Come watch a local wrestling show with me. It'll blow your mind.
I'll do that. When I go to Portland, I go to Blue Collar Wrestling, and it's so much fun.
Right.
It's like indie wrestling in Portland.
Awesome. We'll go when they start doing it in LA. We'll go to bar wrestling and
sick
all that shit, and we'll watch.
Hell yeah, dude.
David Arquette and shit.
David Arquette wrestles?
Yeah. I had him on the pod.
How nuts. I love it. I fucking love how deep it goes.
All right, Nicole, let's decide to be friends again now.
I love you, Dan Black.
You're the best. You're the funniest.
Many blessings, Dan Black.
I'm glad that you're a working talent. And,
I'm glad that you are a working talent.
And I would like to work on WIPEOUT. I would like to write jokes for John Cena on season 2, please.
Okay. I will tell them. I don't know if we're coming back, but they are casting for the show.
You definitely are, right? That show's got to be like, all right, whatever. What do I know? All right, Nicole Byer, everyone. Check out WIPEOUT on TBS coming at you every Thursday at TBS, everybody. You can check out Nicole Byer with John Cena coming up on the main stage. And also, we got... Also, you can check her out on Nailed It on a very, very famous channel called Netflix.
Yeah. Just a little indie channel. Okay, bye, Dan.
Bye, Nicole. You're the best.